Hey, welcome. Today, we're going to decode the world of construction. We're going to finally figure out what all that jargon you hear on home renovation shows actually means.
Have you ever had that moment? You're watching one of those shows, or maybe talking to a contractor, and they start throwing around terms like load-bearing beam or rising damp, and you just kind of nod along, hoping you look like you know what's up. Well, after this, you'll actually be the one nodding with confidence.
Okay, so to make this super simple, we're going to use this really cool analogy. Just think of a house as a living thing. You know, it's got a skeleton, it's got a protective skin, and it even has a suit of armor. This one simple idea is the key to unlocking three really fundamental construction terms.
All right, first up, let's get right into the structure itself, the very foundation of strength, the bones.
Okay, just look at this picture. It's the perfect way to see it. This is literally the skeleton of a building, and those big interlocking pieces, those are the beams. They are the unsung heroes holding everything together, just like the bones in your own body.
So, what exactly is a beam? Well, in the simplest terms, it's a horizontal piece of the structure. Think of it like a bridge, carrying a massive amount of weight across the space so the whole building doesn't just, collapse. It's an absolutely crucial piece of the puzzle in pretty much all construction.
And a beam has a crazy amount of work to do. It's in a constant fight against forces that are trying to bend it and break it. It has to support these huge loads from the floors and the roof above. And just to give you an idea, a single properly placed steel I-beam can support the weight of several cars. And, this is the most important part, it channels all of that weight safely down into the foundations. Without that, the whole thing fails. And of course, these bones aren't all the same. They come in different materials depending on what they need to do. You'll see them made of classic timber, heavy-duty steel for really big buildings, or even reinforced concrete when you need maximum strength and durability.
All right, so we've got the bones in place. The whole thing is solid. But, a skeleton by itself isn't much protection from things like wind and rain, right? So how do we seal everything up?
Right? So to protect those bones, our house needs, it needs a skin. And for that, we use a simple but totally vital material.
I guarantee you've seen this a million times. That clean little line of stuff being applied around a window or a bathtub, that's caulk. Think of it as the flexible skin that seals up all the tiny little cracks and gaps in a building's outer shell.
So the whole point of caulk is to be a barrier. It's this flexible sealant that's just designed to stop water, air, or even little pests from finding a way inside. It's really the difference between a drafty, inefficient house and one that's snug and protected.
And just like with the bones, not all skin is created equal. You've got different types of caulk for different jobs. Silicone is what you almost always see in wet places, like kitchens and bathrooms. Acrylic is great because you can paint over it. And if you need a super durable seal for outdoors, you'd go with something tough like polyurethane.
Okay, so we're getting there. Our house has strong bones, it has a sealed skin, it's protected from the air. But what about the biggest, most constant threat of all, the one coming right from the ground? And that brings us to the final layer. This isn't just skin anymore, this is armor. And it's built to fight a pretty relentless enemy, damp.
This quote really just says it all. The idea that without the right protection, your walls literally act like a sponge, just sucking moisture straight out of the earth.
And yeah, that problem has a name, and it sounds just as bad as it is. Rising damp. It's this quiet, creeping issue that can cause enormous structural damage and health problems over time.
So how do you fight it? The solution is called damp proofing. It's literally the process of applying that armor, a special kind of barrier that stops that groundwater right in its tracks.
And that's the key thing to get here. Damp proofing isn't just some optional extra. It's a non-negotiable treatment. It is the shield that protects the entire building from the constant moisture that's always in the ground, preserving the very foundation of your home.
Okay, we have covered a lot. Bones, skin, armor. Let's do a super quick recap to make sure it all sticks. So let's break it down one more time. The beam, that's your bones, giving the whole structure its core strength. The caulk, that's the skin, sealing up all those little vulnerable gaps. And damp proofing, that's the armor, offering that heavy-duty protection from the ground up. 3 different things, 3 absolutely critical jobs. So, the next time you look at any building, maybe even your own house, you're not going to just see walls and a roof. You'll see the skeleton holding it all up, the skin keeping it sealed tight, and the armor keeping it safe from the ground below.
Which kind of makes you wonder, right? What other invisible systems are at work, protecting you right now?